now, ladies and gentlemen, your favorite way to learn about the latest gaming news, it's the SAMTIME News! So smooth. And it's game time. Hello and welcome to the SAMTIME News, where you get the latest and greatest news on video games. I'm your host, Sam Tucker, aka SAMTIME. Let's get into some stories for the E3 Special! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's E3 time again. For those of you who don't know what E3 is, get out. Go and get. If you're still here, though, E3 is, of course, Electronic Entertainment Expo, where it is the greatest video game thing of the year, where everyone previews and presents their latest and greatest, much like this show, in video games. Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, Ubisoft, blah, blah, blah. They're all there showing off their wares and what we can expect in video games. Very exciting. So many things happened at E3 that I can't even go through them all. But I'll go through some of the things that I found interesting, because you all know my opinion is the best. Starting with the Elder Scrolls Online. Now, on this paper, it sounds exciting, doesn't it? You get to play what you played with Skyrim, your Elder Scrolls, all on the online with your friends all the time. And isn't that exciting? Isn't that good? It sounds really good, but then when they previewed it, and they've been working on this for 5 years, it just looks like World of Warcraft. I mean, I know they had to tone down the graphics so that you could have so many people playing at the same time, but it's just so cartoony, it's lacking what the single player has. And it's not even made by Bethesda Studios, who make the single player game, which you play on your Xbox and your PlayStation 3. It's made by ZeniMax Online Studios. Bethesda's only consulting on the thing. They're not even actually making it. So they've given it to another company to make, which doesn't sound very good. And another terrible thing about it is that it's third person. It makes it even more like World of Warcraft, which is third person. You're looking down on your dude. Whereas in Skyrim, which I just played before, it was good, you play in first person. You have your axe and you have your shield and you go, so you get to see as your guy sees. But then this one they made third person, which doesn't make sense. It's another thing separating it from the single player game, which people love so much. I guess if you're into the lore of the Elder Scrolls, you get to learn all about that a little deeper. You're a dude in the universe, and it features places all from the lore of the Elder Scrolls in Tamriel, such as Skyrim, the area of that, Daggerfall, Hammerfell, Morrowind, if you know all of those places. But I don't know, it just seems like World of Warcraft, but it looks a little different. One thing, though, which does kind of separate it is they said it's going to have reactive combat. So you're going to actively block and actively attack rather than just click, 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 which happens in World of Warcraft. And also, I guess, they're getting rid of the interface, a lot of the interface which you see on other MMO, massively multiplayer online games, such as World of Warcraft, with all the different buttons and abilities you can use, and all the chat windows, and all the maps, and annoying things that come up. What they're going to do, they're going to strip that right back, so you're just getting the essentials of what you need, which I hope will reflect the single-player game that we've played on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 and PC so far. But we don't know. But I hopefully they get that blocking and attacking right, because if they do, then it could be worth trying. I just don't know about this one, guys. It sounded so good. And the trailer... play a bit of the trailer. I'm sorry. I thought that was a trailer playing. Dullsville people. Let's see if it gets any better in the future, but I just don't know. Oh, another thing here, a fantastic thing, of course, Nintendo, they didn't really announce it because they've already announced it, but they showed a bit more of the Wii U and a more final version of what it's going to be and look like. It's like the PlayStation, the Nintendo Wii, but with an iPad pretty much in your hands with buttons on it, which you use as the controller. But I don't know if it's going to be as good. It just seems like another gimmick. Nintendo are going gimmick on gimmick on gimmick. The Nintendo Wii, of course, had the motion-sensing waggle stick Wii remote, which was pretty cool. It turned out well for them. But then the 3DS, they released that, and the gimmick was, of course, 3D gameplay. And they had to lower the price on that baby because it wasn't selling well, because it was just a gimmick and it made your eyes hurt after a while anyway. And now the Wii U is just like the Wii with an iPad in your hands, so I'm not really sure how good it's going to be. And they don't even say when it's coming out or how much it's going to be. Hello. If there was one thing that gets you excited about the Wii U, though, it is a fantastic game. It is Lego City Undercover. It has a Grand Theft Auto game, but you're a little Lego dude and you're a cop. So you're on the other side. Rather than being a criminal guy in Grand Theft Auto, you're the cop guy. And you're in Legoland, which is nice, and you're a little cute little dude, and you're running around and you're fighting birdies. You are Chase McCain, a rugged up cop trying to keep the streets clean for the law-abiding citizens that you're trying to protect. And these criminals and robbers, they're trying to stuff things up. The good thing about this Lego game is, unlike other Lego games, it's actually voiced. You actually hear the voices of the dudes. It's not a silent movie. They actually say stuff, which makes it even more funny, because Lego games were already pretty funny in the first place, but now they make it even better with those voice acting. And it's going to be open world as well. Oh, so it's going to be even more Grand Theft Auto-y with helicopters and cars and hopefully side missions. One thing, though, where the Wii U does come in handy is the controller with the big screen on it. Interacts with the game, so it can show you map and objectives on that, but it can also be a criminal scanner where you can hold it up, scan the screen, and it'll flash red where the little criminal dude is. So then you can click on him, you know where he is, you've locked in, and then you can go get him. And also your commanding officer also contacts you on that device, and then you can go and do more missions like that, and has the speaker in the thing as well. So it's kind of like you got your cool little device going around with while you're doing your secret Lego missions. So I'm looking forward to that one. That may be the only reason so far to buy a Wii U. I suppose they upped the graphics on the Wii U, so you can now, Mass Effect 3 will be coming out on it. But still, meh. Oh, talk about a buttload of arse. Metal Gear Rising. I saw the demo for this. I was so excited last week when I thought it would be previewed at E3, but it turns out to be a pile of crap. Let me tell you why. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, okay, whatever, is not like any other Metal Gear Solid game. Metal Gear Solid games are all about stealth. You're sneaking up, you have your camo suit, you blend in, you sneak up on the guy, boom, you take him out, you hide him in the cupboard, then you put a cardboard box on yourself, and you go around and you find the next dude to pop off. But this game is just all action Jackson. It's all, I'm here, and you're slashing with your sword, and it's too fast for any other Metal Gear game, so I don't think it deserves the Metal Gear title. All it has is just the stuff that Metal Gear games have. Like, it has the character Raiden from previous games, and he's doing stuff, and some of the geckos from Metal Gear Solid 4, and some of the lore. But really, Metal Gear Solid was about sneaking and very long, convoluted cutscenes, which this seems to be a big departure from, and I don't know if I like it. The only saving grace for this game is that you have a sword with dynamic slicing, which means you can use the right stick and you say, I want to slash that way, I want to slash this way, I want to slash that, I want to slash that, and you get to slash things up that way, which is pretty cool. But then they ruin it again by disappearing the enemy as soon as you slice them up, or disappearing the door as soon as you just slice that up, because you slice into a door to try to get into a barn further in the level, but then as soon as it falls on the ground into pieces, it just disappears seconds after. It's like, oh, let's just arcade this game up even more, you piece of crap. I hate you. On better news, though, South Park are making a game. South Park's funny, and now they're doing a game. It's better than their previous games where Trey Parker or Matt Stone, the creators of South Park, have just dialed in their performance of, oh, you killed Kenny, and stuff like that, where they just repeat it over and over while the person's throwing turkeys, just a money grab by them. This is a full-on RPG game, written and done the voices by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and it is done by Obsidian Entertainment, which make really good games as well. So it's going to be a fully fledged, nice role-playing game, which is turn-based combat, and you also get to explore the world as your dude. You won't be playing as one of the 4 guys. You won't be Cartman, Stan, Kyle, or Kenny. Even you won't even be Butters, but you'll be playing with them as the new kid. It'll be like a Lord of the Rings style. If you've seen the Lord of the Rings episode of the South Park, where they've got the secret tape that they have to return, and Cartman's Gandalf, and he's like, "You shall not pass," and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty funny because it's made by those dudes, and it'll just have silly effects for all your attacks and stuff. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be out later, probably next year, like all these games that they talk about. I'm excited. It's going to be good. Look forward to it, please. You better look forward to it. God damn it. Portal 2 are adding PlayStation Move support with their new DLC. They're adding new levels, and now they're going to have the PlayStation Move, which is your controller with the light ball and the stick, and it tracks your motion and movement, kind of like the Wii, through the Portal game, which has all your teleports where you shoot your portals and you go through your portals and you move blocks to solve puzzles. The cool thing about this is it's designed specifically for the Move, so you can pick up a block with the controller and you can put it forward in the screen or bring it back as you're actually doing that in real life, or you can grab a stretchy cube and stretch that out and put it through a portal to kind of solve different kind of puzzles that way. It looked kind of awkward in the demo they had, and kind of how is that really going to pick up that great, and then you move it there, but it's kind of, you have to have the first person, but you're only using that. You have no 2 joysticks, and I'm not making any sense. But it looked a little awkward. I hope that they make it work because it seems pretty cool. But the one thing, if for nothing else, the main reason you should buy this is that the glow ball on the end of the Move changes color depending on which portal you're about to shoot. So if you're going to shoot the red portal, boop, the little orb turns orange. If you're going to shoot the blue portal, boop, it turns blue, which is a nice little feature, and that's the only reason you should buy it, no other reason. You can swear in FIFA 13 if an umpire gives you a bad decision and says, "Oh, that's a foul right there," then you can say, "You fucking piece of shit, I disagree with you, fucking ass, you I'll bloody kick you in the nuts, you piece of shit, you I hate your fucking face, and I killed your fucking family, you Then the game is going to recognize that, and it is going to give you a yellow card, or just reflect it in the commentary. But I think if you keep going, it's going to even give you a red card, which is cool. So the game kind of gets back at you, makes it a little more real, and you can square the shit out of that game. Square the shit, yeah, that's right. And it'll respond to you, and it'll be really fun, and it's going to support multiple languages, which is kind of funny because the developers of the games are going to have to look up all the naughty words in all these languages, and they're going to have to get people to sample those voices and those bad words and actually program it into the game, which is kind of funny. I wonder how colourful that language is going to be and how many things it's going to understand. Will it know ass burger monkey fucking ass bunk boy? I reckon. Now to finish the show. I know there's so much that happened at E3, but I have to keep it tight so that we can keep the time slot. Of course, keep in the comments if you want to hear more, but I have to end on this note about an amazing game that I saw by Ubisoft. They previewed a demo, and the gameplay of this is a very good game, and like all good games, it's like Grand Theft Auto. It is called Watch Dogs. It is a new intellectual property, new IP by Ubisoft, and the world looks even better than Grand Theft Auto. All the people walking around, all the cars, all just the ambience and the rain and the traffic. You're in Chicago. You're this dude in Chicago. You're a hacker, and your name is Aiden Pierce. You're a computer hacker, and what you do is it adds the stealth that Metal Gear Rising was missing. You're just going through the town. It's inconspicuous, you're like, yeah, damn, what's going on? And you have a mission. The mission they showed you had to get into a club, get some information there. And rather than just blasting your way through the club or scaling the whole building and go through and taking 10 years to go through the roof or something, what you do, you just mosey on up. You get your secret hacker device, right? And you just hack into everyone's phone around you. So their phones stop working. They're like, oh, beep, 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 beep. What's going on? And then while they're distracted, while the bouncer's distracted, you can just slip on into the club, right, undetected, which is pretty cool, a cool mechanic. And you can also pull up information. Anyone using a phone at the time, you can hack into their phone, get further information to complete your mission. Oh, and then I'll just say the ending part of the demo that they showed, you get out of the club, you have to kill this dude, right? So what he did, he made the traffic lights in the city, you can hack into the city stuff as well. You make the traffic lights and you turn them all green so that there was a big pile up. So then including the bad guy's car was in that pile up. So then you take out your gun, you put on your mask because you're all stealthy like, remember? And you're like, blah, blah, blah. You're not stealthy now because you're shooting and stuff, but still, blah, blah, blah. And the camera goes, whoa, slow motion and zoom in and cool effects and blur and shooting the bad guys and blood's going everywhere and explosions. And then you're like, oh, boo, 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 boo. And then you open the door of the car you're leaning against, you pull out a guy and they're like, get out of my way, man, I need to shoot through that window. And you get through and then you run through around a car, go to a different side, and then you shoot a guy, but then you go over the bonnet of one car, and then while you're still sliding over the bonnet, boom, you shoot the guy on the other side of the car in the head, steal his AK-47, blah, 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 and then you shoot the main bad guy. And then the cops are onto you because you caused this whole big massacre. So you say, schnauzers, I better get out of here. So then you run to a nice car, you hack into it, and so you can drive it straight away, and then you zoom out of there, and what you do, the cops are onto your tail, what are you going to do, what are you going to do? You find a drawbridge, you frickin' hack into that crap, and you say drawbridge, you go up. So then you zoom over the drawbridge, and then the drawbridge is too high for the cops to get through, so then you make your escape, and you're an awesome hacker dude. Another cool thing about this game, I have to keep going on, is that there's a tablet application that they're going to bring out about it, where you can have the tablet, like an iPad or an Android tablet, in front of your console, and you can see the world map on that in real time. And you could also use that to hack into your friends' games who are also playing the game at the same time, and you can freaking change traffic lights and drawbridges and stuff like that on their game and stuff up. You can hack into your friend's game and meddle with them. That's a pretty cool, nifty idea. I like it. The only bad thing about this game is that we don't know when it's going to come out. It's pretty much, it's going to come out when it's done, which one is good because it'll be really awesome when it comes out, but kind of bad because I can't give them my money now and play this awesome game. But I reckon that was the highlight of my E3 YouTube watching of their videos. Yeah. This week's quote of the week is, leave a comment. Yeah, I know that's not funny. Shut up. If you leave a comment that is funny, I'll read that out next week. Look, if you leave one comment, if there's only one comment in this video, I'll read that out next week, and it could be anything, and I will read that out. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Make me say anything. Yeah, do it. Do it. That's all the time we have for this show. Please subscribe if you like it. Please like if you like it. And leave that comment to have the comment of the next week's show, and then you can be part of the show. Why not? Just do it. It'll be fun. And tell your friends. If you have friends who like video games, then tell them this awesome dude's doing the SAMTIME news. You should get on that stuff. Delicious. All right. Thank you for watching the E3 special. And I'll see you next Monday. SAMTIME signing off. Subscribe today!